CELPIP means Canadian English Language Proficiency Index Program. It is designed specifically for Canada immigration, so the grade that you will get for this test will be according to Canadian Language Benchmark Level or CLB level. CELPIP is a computer-delivered test and can be completed only in just one sitting. And it includes features such as personal timer, word counter, and spell check. CELPIP General includes 4 components, namely speaking, listening, reading, and writing. On the other hand, IELTS or International English Language Testing System is the world's most popular English language proficiency test and is widely used globally, not just in Canada. They have their own marking system known as the IELTS band score. IELTS test has 2 types, academic and general, which serve different purpose. Previously, IELTS can only be taken as a paper-based test, but recently, a computer-delivered option was made available. IELTS also has 4 components, namely listening, reading, writing, and speaking. To illustrate clearly, here is a comparison between the marking systems of the 2 tests. If you took CELPIP, your score will be in terms of CLB level, and the highest score possible is CLB 12. For IELTS, it will be in terms of IELTS band score, and the highest level is band 9. Here is a side-by-side example of the 2 test reports. So the grade here in CELPIP is in terms of CLB level, while here in IELTS, it's by IELTS band score. CLB level is by a factor of 1. So 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, while IELTS have a half point mark, 0.5, for each band score. So you can get like 8.5, 7.5, or 6.5. Now, how does this scores relate to your CRS score? Going back to the CRS criteria, you can see here that the point system is in terms of CLB level per ability. Meaning, just looking at this table, you can directly calculate your score if you took CELPIP test because the grade is in terms of CLB level. However, if you took IELTS, you have to go to this website called Language Equivalency Charts. So click it here. Now, since IELTS is accredited by Express Entry, there's a conversion factor from your IELTS score to CLB level. For example, in IELTS, you get a score of reading 7.0, writing 7.0, listening 8.0, and speaking 7.0. That is equivalent to CLB 9. And that's how your IELTS score is determined for your CRS score. So going back to our reports here, the main idea is the grade of CLB 8 in CELPIP is not the same as the band score 8.0 in IELTS. You have to use the language equivalency chart to do the conversion for your IELTS score to convert it to CLB level. Let's try to use this chart. In this case, if IELTS speaking band score is 8.0, what will be the CLB level for that? So here's the speaking part. IELTS band score 7.5 is already CLB 10, meaning IELTS band score of 8.0 is even higher than CLB 10. There is CLB 11 and CLB 12, but the maximum points awarded for each language test skill is the same if you get CLB 10, 11, or 12. So, IELTS speaking band score of 8.0 will be considered as CLB 10 for CRS score calculation. Lucky us, we do not need to worry about that when we are calculating our CRS score. Thanks to the CRS calculator, you just need to choose IELTS as your English test and it will automatically convert your score to CLB and will award points accordingly. See how cool the CRS calculator is. Language proficiency. Canada's main languages are English and French. If you are fluent in both, that's an advantage. But if you only know English, that's still okay. You have to prove your English proficiency either by IELTS or CELPIP General Module. Here is an example of an IELTS General Training Test Report form. And it shows the scores for each band which are necessary for you to calculate your score. Just like the ACA requirement, for the official express entry application using your MyCIC account, it will require you to enter the test form number that will be found only in this certificate. So technically, you cannot create an EE profile without this report. Take note that the test results have to be less than 2 years old in order to be used for express entry. In the IELTS certificate, here at the very top, written in small letters, there's a note saying that it is recommended that the candidate's language ability as indicated in this test report form be reassessed after 2 years from the date of the test. If you're still outside Canada, language proficiency is your best bet to improve your CRS score. If we go back to this page and search for language, you will see how many times it was used in the calculation of your CRS score. And because there's no restriction in the number of times you can take the language test, well, aside from money, you can sit in an exam as many times as you want until you get your target score. Take note, if you want to study in Canada, most of the institutions need academic module for IELTS. So if your program of study requires IELTS, double check the requirements. You might need to take IELTS academic to get the letter of acceptance, and then later on, when you are ready to create your EE profile, you have to take the general module again.